press conference in about a minute or two, guys, so appreciate everyone sticking around. Check, testing.
I don't need it though.
Just waiting on that. Waiting on you. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. All right, happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into the post-fight press conference for Davis Garcia here at the Capital One Arena in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. What a night, sold-out crowd here at the Capital One Arena. I want to thank all the fans. I want to thank the media for sticking around. I want to thank, most importantly, the fans watching at home, wherever they joining us on the Showtime Sports social media pages. The co-main event tonight, still undefeated, and now adding some championship gold to his waist. He is now the IBF interim welterweight champion of the world. A unanimous decision victory over the Ukraine's own Karen Chukadzian. Still undefeated from Philadelphia, PA. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 25-year-old right welterweight sensation, Gervonta. Ladies and gentlemen, what a weight across all three scorecards. Boots, how does it feel having some championship gold to add to your trophy case?
It feels great. Like I said before, the job not done. In the words of Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Feel great.
Before I turn it over to the media, how would you assess your performance tonight?
I'm gonna go back and watch it. It's a lot of things that I could have done better. Cut the ring off a little better, stay a little sharper. Not looking. I I wasn't necessarily looking for a knockout, but just having more fun, like how I was in the middle rounds and things like that. So, you know, back to the gym on Monday, you know, to get better, you know, sharpen up.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to the media for questions. Martine Botzer and also Olivia, they have the microphone. Keith Idek, go ahead.
Can't hear him.
Hold on real quick, Keith. Make sure that the microphone is on. So there you go. Go ahead, Keith.
Boots, if you and your dad could both answer this, please. What was it like to go through that with a guy who was reluctant to engage the entire fight? And was it getting frustrating for you as you tried to kind of chase him around the whole night?
I mean, it wasn't getting frustrating. I caught myself getting bored a couple times, but you know, it come with boxing. You know, that's how it is. You know.
And then, you want me to answer too? Yeah. Well, you got a guy that really didn't come to fight. You know what I mean? So that's why I told my son to walk him down and try to make him fight. But he still didn't want to fight. So ain't nothing we can do about that. You know? So all we have to do is keep on doing what he's doing. We won every round, so you know, and I'm glad we went 12 rounds. And y'all see that he wasn't even tired. You know what I mean? So
maybe these boys are, you know, get in the ring now and fight.
Maybe these guys are fighting now. Yeah.
Ronnie Duncan, CBS Detroit. Boots and also Bozy. When you look at what you were able to do, you talked about the 12 rounds. How important was it for you not only to go to the 12, but the way that you went them?
It was very important. You know, it was a great experience. I felt great. You know, I was in great shape, phenomenal shape. You know, I'm not mad at myself, but like I should have picked it up a little bit more, like step on the gas a bit more, throw a little bit more punches and things like that. But you know, it's experience. That's what comes with the game.
And you only fought one time last year. You know what I mean? We know we stay busy at least 2 or 3 times a year. You know, so everybody's waiting around to see what Spence and Crawford was going to do. You see, everybody was waiting. Like you had Stallone was waiting, you had Thurman waiting. You know what I mean? You had all them top guys waiting. Ortiz, everybody was waiting. So that's why we didn't get the fights that we normally get. You know what I mean? He still wasn't rusty though, but he just didn't let his hand go enough for me.
James Brothers Boxing, so you talked about, you know, only having that one fight in 2022.
Right.
Do you think that was like kind of like a factor as far as like being comfortable in those first few rounds there against Karen Chikazi?
Not really. You know, all I had to do is listen a little more. You know, like I said before, listen, have fun. That's about it. You know, once I get in my bag and my groove, everything goes fine.
Left side of field. Left side of field, Zinger. Bozy, you said 2 things. You said that it's good that he went 12 rounds.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you break that down, number one? And then you also said maybe now they'll fight him.
Yeah.
What do you think they'll see that you think they'll fight him now? And also what is good about going 12 rounds from a training standpoint?
What is good about going to 12 rounds is they know that you can go that many rounds. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh, he never went past 6 rounds. But he displayed tonight and showed him that he can go 12 rounds and more. You see, he wasn't gasped for air or nothing. And look how long he was really chasing the guy. You know what I mean? The guy was running, he was chasing him. You know what I mean? So I'm glad he got them rounds in, like I said. You know, too. And then, you know, let everybody know that he can go to 12 rounds with no sweat.
And then why did you say that now they'll fight him?
Oh, yeah, because people are so used to seeing him knocking people out. That's what I'm saying. And then, we got him now, you know what I mean? He didn't knock this guy out. He was supposed to knock this guy out. But how can you knock a guy out like that? They keep on running and didn't want to engage.
Boots, can you answer those questions?
Just saying.
Down here, Boots.
On your right, Boots.
You see, we wanted to fight.
Marcus Hayes with FightHype TV. Boots, I want to ask you, Virgil Ortiz is without an opponent now because Stanionis had the appendicitis and had to go through a successful surgery today, and we wish him well. How interested are you in coming back and trying to get in with Virgil Ortiz anytime sooner since you pitched the shutout tonight?
I'm very excited to get back. You know, the goal is to get 3 fights this year. You know, and we definitely take, Virgil Ortiz, it don't matter who it is. It could be Virgil Ortiz, Earl Spence, Bud, Keith Thurman, guys. I just want, like I said before, I just want to fight all the top guys and show the world, like, my real talent, and not these world-class guys.
Yeah, because you always see nothing yet. Ain't nobody never really testing. I wanted everybody to see that he had been tested. So guys like Spence, Crawford, and all that, let them know that we right there with you. We on the same level, maybe over that level.
And just to follow up on that question, with there being a few young, hungry guys like yourself, do you feel any urgency to eliminate them on their quest to the welterweight belt?
I mean, the main goal is to get the belts, and fight the top guys. But, like I said before, if I got to fight a former world champion or somebody with a name, so be it. I just want to stay busy, stay active, and keep winning, and take over this welterweight division and in the boxing world, period.
Congratulations on your win, Moises Linares from NBC4 at Telemundo 44. You're not that far away, but what does it feel like to come into this arena and have the whole Capital One Arena roar when you come out? And you say you'll take on anybody, but is there a specific name you're trying to go after?
It felt great, It felt like I was fighting at home. Fleeing not too far away from DC, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It felt great. Definitely felt like I was fighting at home, and it was a great experience. Fighting in front of all these fans and things like that. And yeah, what was the other question? 2X.
Who you want next?
Who I want next?
You said you'll take on anybody, but as a boxer, as a fighter, is there a name you say this is the guy that I want to go after?
Anybody with the belts. That's the main goal. Anybody with the belts. The main goal is to be undisputed. At 47, and do the same thing at 54, and then do the same thing at 60. And maybe 68. That's all.
Lee Stevens with Los Angeles News Observer. How does it feel to have your first win?
It feel great, look forward to, in the future, getting the real thing, it's a great experience to have the interim belt, and I appreciate, the IBF and Showtime and everybody else for allowing me to fight for this belt.
It's late for everybody, yourself included. Give us your final thoughts on the fact that you're taking home the interim welterweight championship of the world, becoming a world champion here tonight. I'm sure the first of many accomplishments in your future.
Like I said before, it feel great, and like I said before, the job that I've done, keep watching, keep getting better, like I said, just keep watching me, I will be a world champion, I will be undisputed in 3-4 different weight classes.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the unbeaten from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Boots. Little weight, Gervonta.
Big fight tonight, man. I came in kind of late. I don't know what was asked. I thought you looked terrific tonight. How did you feel in your performance? You thought you did? How do you think you did?
I mean, I felt great. 12 rounds, did it with a breeze. I could have did 12 more.
Right.
I felt great. I'm blessed to go 12 rounds. Like I said before, maybe they will fight me.
Yeah. Gervonta, tonight. Go ahead.
I'm Jerron and Bosey. I know you guys want to fight the world champ, but you guys did say up there that it was great to go 12 rounds, great to get that experience. So would it make more sense to probably go out like Keith Thurman or Ugas just to kind of build up on that experience as opposed to just going straight after Spence?
No, well, I mean, if they present that to us, we take that too. You know what I mean? We want to stay busy. You know what I'm saying?
Like I always say, the better my opponent is, the better I'm gonna be.
But remember, he's the number one mandatory defense. You know what I mean? So if we can't get that, we just gonna keep on moving, man.
And you mentioned keeping it moving about going up to 154 pounds and challenging Jermell Charlo. Can you elaborate on that and how interested are you in a potential matchup versus the 154?
You just put some words in our mouth. You know what I mean? About challenge Jamal Charlo. He said moving up to 54.
I said I would if I got the opportunity. I
Once
would.
we clear 147s, then we will move up to the 154. But you just threw Jamal Charlo at us, so you know what I mean?
Fight anybody at 47.
We don't care about
You're known as an exciting fighter, so today there were boos, not through any fault of yours. Was that, how did that feel when you heard that, or did you hear that?
I wasn't even paying no mind. I ain't even gonna lie.
The boos wasn't for boots.
No, I'm just saying, how did it feel that he was involved in a fight that was happening?
Yeah, I mean, it was
probably a little frustrated a little bit, you know what I mean?
I wasn't even worried about it.
How did that make you feel as a
It made
trainer?
me frustrated. I mean, not him. He keeps his cool.
Can I get both your thoughts on how? Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Can I just get both your thoughts on how Rashidi took the
Oh, that's my man.
Yeah, he took the L.
But I didn't watch it all the way.
I ain't get to see it.
He didn't see it.
Yeah, I was in the back warming up and all that. But they was watching it.
You know, the same thing I was telling you about the pressure. Remember I told you? Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, you matter all you want to and throw them combination and all that, but you can't keep them moving for all the rounds like it. But they got a nice boost for it. I don't know what it was in his body, but he moved there all the rounds like that. You know what I mean?
Boots Villa did win
at
the end of the day, right? He got two in the last round against Ennis. Is that a possible? Was a big possible opponent for you next, being that some of the bigger names are kind of tied up?
I mean, we don't know what's going on right now. We'll figure out, in a couple weeks or in a month. Like I said, I'm going right back sharpening up, and I ain't on America.
Jerron, we saw you co-main events Undisputed. Obviously, Jamel headlined that. Is it fit around Boots Ennis to headline his Showtime Championship boxing?
Most definitely. I feel like co-main event is over with. I feel like I'm a headliner. I feel like I got enough, superpower. No, not superstardom, and big fan base enough, to be main event. And hopefully, be main event on pay-per-view.
Hey, Jerron, quick question, guys. 2 a.m.
Gym on Monday.
That's to go. Thanks, guys.
We'll be right there. We'll be back to the gym. Yes, sir.
And there's always a little sad.
It's 2 a.m. on here.
Some stages.
I know, right? Excuse us.
Thank you. Right this way. Thank you.
Hey, fight, bro. All right, welcome back to the post-fight press conference here at the Capital One Arena. What a way to begin 2023 with Premier Boxing Champions, and what a way to begin the year for the lightweight champion of the world from Baltimore, Maryland. Anywhere this guy fights, he sells it out anywhere in the world, and tonight was no exception. This place was rocking. I felt like it was a atmosphere for the Wizards or the Capitals. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, and still the lightweight champion of the world, an 8th round TKO victory over Hector Luis Garcia, the champion of the world from Baltimore, Maryland, Gervonta Tank Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Also, his esteemed trainer, has been embedded in boxing here in this area for quite some time. The acclaimed Calvin Ford. Tank, how you feeling just less than an hour removed from your victory?
Feeling good, you know what I mean? We on to the next, man. Ready for a ride.
All right, well, now let me turn it over to the media for questions. Raise your hand. Keith Eidick, you're first.
Gervonta, how you doing? Congratulations on your win. Did you feel like he was ready to go in the beginning of the 9th round? Had he come out for the 9th round, did you sense how badly he was hurt toward the end of the 8th?
I thought it was. I didn't know it was the round. It ain't go. What round was it?
He didn't answer the bell for the start of the 9th round.
Oh.
So you did the damage in the 8th.
I caught him good, but I didn't know I caught him like that. Where I thought he wasn't gonna come out the ring, but I knew I caught him good. But my coach, I came back to the corner. It was like that. I knew I was about to knock him out because I was touching him. I started touching him more.
That 9th round, you were ready to come out immediately. You were already in the center of the ring. The still wasn't even done yet. So turn it back over to the media for questions.
Did you think the fight was close on the scorecards? It seemed reasonably competitive, but you were way ahead on all 3 cards.
Wow. No, I don't think it was close. I was hitting him with more cleaner shots. I mean, the most he was doing was hit me with a jab, and that's. I don't feel as though that's not winning.
Gervonta, Ronnie Duncan, CBS Detroit, right here in front of you. You and Calvin had so much respect for this gentleman before he stepped in the ring. Calvin, you even said that we're going to take our time. Talk about the difficulty, but then what you saw, especially defensively, because you were doing some things defensively you don't get credit for, with the smart boxing IQ. But tell me, what did you see, and when did you know you were going to break him down?
I felt as though he was trying to set me up, so I couldn't just just go out there and throw punches, you know. So when you got somebody like that, it's more so beating them mentally, you know what I mean. So that's basically what I was doing, not trying to run into no shots. I was trying to catch him good, but not let him beat.
Get a person and whatnot, but this fight right here, his IQ, he was analyzing. There was 2 things that he couldn't do well. It was move backwards and move to his left that good. And then Tank started doing some angle stuff that I was like, man, I was really impressed with. He was hitting with some shots and whatnot. And then when Tank came back the corner, Coach Kenny was messing with him, saying it's close because his workload looked like he was doing something. You know what I'm saying? But Tank went out there and started putting it together. I mean, he really started putting it together and whatnot. And I was like, wow, you know, but I was shocked. I didn't know that he hit him that hard to make him not want to come out. You know, that's the type of wins I like, when he's putting it together and showing his real talents that he really has.
Hey, Tank, Davis, Sasha Garcia, right here from Reality Productions. I know it means a lot. How does it feel to get a win in your hometown area? And also, after defeating Hector Garcia, is Ryan Garcia next? And if so, what's your message for him?
It was up to me. Ryan definitely next. We somewhat got, you know what I mean, everything and going in the right direction. So we just waiting for, you know what I mean, Ryan to accept on his side and let's get the job done.
How's it feel to get win?
It felt great, you know. Always coming back home in the DMV area, it felt great. You know what I mean? I've been fighting here since I was, you know what I mean, I was 8. So it felt great to be back home in front of a beautiful crowd. You know what I mean? Definitely tonight was a big event. You know what I mean? I think boxing won tonight.
Gervonta, Oscar De La Hoya left you a message on social media wishing you luck, and they are definitely waiting for you after this fight.
You work with them?
I saw it on the internet and wished you luck and said that they are definitely waiting for you after this fight.
Of course, man.
What do you have to say to that?
That money, that's what it is. They ready money. But I appreciate them for me, love. Gervonta.
The question was to the stream. Go ahead.
Go ahead, my bad.
No, I just wanted to reiterate the question. Guys, for the media, wait for the microphone so the stream can pick it up. The question was the fact that Oscar De La Hoya wished them well and that they're waiting for him, and that was Tank's answer. So,
yeah.
Yes.
This is Rashid Hammond from the Second Win Boxing Media. The last time I spoken with you,
I don't know where you at.
I'm right here, bro. Yeah, last time I talked to you, I was telling him about his hands being low, and I noticed you were coming over top with that left hand. Was that a part of your strategy?
I just had to figure him out. That's why I had to figure him out. I really didn't want to, throw shots and leave myself open because he's game. I feel as though he's a technical fighter. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to leave myself open. So people would talk about sometimes we throw punches. You know what I mean? That happens. I ain't trying to get caught with no shots. I'm light skinned, so I ain't really trying to get caught with no big shots. You know what I mean? Or to the body. So I like to take my time and get hit. Hit and not get hit. You know what I mean? So that's really what, you know what I mean, I be trying to do in there.
Tank, right over here. Marcus Hayes with FightHype. In between these two here. Ryan Garcia.
Get your ass.
No. Yeah, I tell him the same thing. Get out of here, FightHype. Marcus Hayes with FightHype TV. Tank, Ryan Garcia 45 minutes ago just tweeted out, "Goodbye, Tank. It's over for you." And Jake Paul says that he's picking to knock you out. What are your response to those comments?
Clown. That's what they do. They like to talk off of, they try to get fame off of other people's victories and things like that. So it shouldn't be no more talking. It should be just working.
And that's what Ryan did, right? No more talking. And he also wrote April 15th, tax day. Is that the day that you guys are going to be fighting?
Shit, he already said it. He already said it, so I'll be getting ready. I ain't doing no more talking. Just gotta sign that dollar line.
Tank, following up on that, this is Matt from Washington Times. What do you see as the biggest obstacles kind of remaining in the negotiations to agree upon?
Yeah, he agree with everything.
Okay. And then, what did you think of the?
We did like this time. He just agreed to everything.
What do you think of the fight stopping there in the 8th before there was a fight in the crowd? It looked like. What do you think of that?
What you mean?
The fight stopped there in the 8th round.
Oh.
Just there was like a stoppage. There was a fight in the crowd. It looked like.
Oh. I ain't gonna lie. When stuff like that happen, I don't be wanting to get caught up in the crowd and wind up getting caught with a punch. So I just step back and let them do what they do, and we'll get back to it when all the stuff died down. That's what we got security and all that, and the police for to separate that stuff. And I feel as though a fight should be going on when stuff like that happen, anything liable to happen. You know what I mean? So I feel as though that's why I step back.
2 more questions, guys.
Hey, what's up, Tank? What's up, Tank? This is Skip.
Satterfield from Zinger.
It was my turn. It was my turn next, bro. Respectfully. This is Skip from Dante's Boxing. This is Skip from Dante's Boxing Nation. First of all, congratulations on a great win. My question to you, I want to make a statement. After the press conference, I had asked you who had the better skills. Was it Hector Garcia or Ryan Garcia? You told me Hector Garcia. So what does this say was going to happen to Ryan? It's going to get worse for Ryan, apparently, according to what you told me.
Yeah, but I feel as though I don't want to say too much because now I got to fight him, so more so what I say about him. Get ready.
So does that mean you're going to get him out of there quicker?
I don't know.
When you look at fights, going into fights, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people train different, getting ready for a bigger fight. So like we don't never go into a fight thinking we're gonna smash right through him and everything. It's like Hector. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, Hector," but then when y'all start really watching Hector, y'all know this was a real fight. So Ron is y'all think he putting something together because this is a big fight. You know, you got to give him his credit. He chose. I'm gonna fight Tank. So right now they going back and forth. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Questions. This question.
Hold on, let Satterfield go and then maybe throw one more question.
this question for both of you guys. This is rarefied air. 8th straight sellout fight for you, 5th straight pay-per-view. What does that say for both of you about you? What is it that draws, and you do it all over the country?
For me, I'm just appreciative. I'm thankful to be able to do that, to sell out, you know what I mean? The places we do go, it's a, you know what I mean? I never want to take it for granted. You know what I mean? I'm appreciative. I was able to, you know what I mean, put on a great show for, you know what I mean, for boxing, for the beautiful fans that's in DC. Not just my fight, but the whole card. You know what I mean? It was great to see. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys that it was upsets. You know what I mean? It was decent fights. It was great fights on the card, and in the future, it's more to come.
Last question.
Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. Devin Haney had mentioned that he was beating up Hector Luis Garcia in sparring so bad that he had to kick him out. It's a two-part question. One, do you believe that? He put out a little clip. It didn't look like much, but I want to know, do you believe that? And also, how do you see after being in the ring with Hector, how do you see it with Haney and Hector?
I don't know about because especially the other guy I want to pay attention to. But the clip that he showed, it wasn't really nothing. It wasn't just he just was landing jabs. That's about it. He ain't really do nothing. He didn't do what I do. Damn sure I didn't do what I did. That guy said he didn't know where he was at. You know what I mean? Or twice, so you get what I'm going? I get where you're going.
All right, Tank, what do you want to finally tell the fans as we get ready to let you go? Another impressive, memorable performance here, another sellout crowd. I'm sure pay-per-views were fantastic all over the world. What do you want to tell the fans? And as we get ready for what appears to be a massive showdown with you and Ryan Garcia.
Just keep supporting me. I fight for y'all, man. I appreciate everybody that came out tonight, all the media, all the fans, people that watch on Showtime, people that was on the undercard, Showtime, Al Heyman, my personal team, everybody, man. Just appreciate y'all, and we gonna continue to do this.
And still the lightweight champion of the world from Baltimore, Maryland, Gervonta Davis. Must-see TV. An impressive performance yet again as he finishes off for Hector Luis Garcia. Thank you so much for joining us. Safe travels. We will see you next month. Thank you very much.
Excuse me. Well, to me, I think Tank is his generation. That is a show. That's what I believe. Tank. What's up, big dog? Take a picture. NCIS, go turn around.
Get it right quick. My brother, that sounds crazy. For a virgin hill. Go get him. Yeah, get in with him. Make it quick. Appreciate you, boy. Chill. You know what I like? You understand? Chill. That's enough. That's good. 1, 2, 3. So, it's my third take. We in Atlanta. I believe Sam was. People right there for the move. They look like you just got the great basketball. They like this shit up. You got it. Can't take all night. Can you take the lead back? No.
Yeah, I gotta get to LA. I gotta go to LA. The first time. Hey, who got the field?
Cheers, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, Tank, how good's your little packet, man?
Let's go. Make a hole up here. Let's go.
Tank, they said that the Russells and Meek Mill were fighting, bro. Did you know that they were the ones that were fighting?
Yeah, I seen them. They always throw it. Hey, congratulations, man. That's how we're viral, right? Yeah. TikTok. Yep.
All right, Ron. Man.
Yeah, have a good night.
One more question for Coach. All right, there you go. Down, wrap it up.
Way over time, yeah. We're gonna start kicking everyone out, guys. Don't get too comfortable. We are every 15 minutes costs us a lot of money.
See you for everything. Safe travels back to me.
Britt, are you good? Yeah, I'm trying to get everyone got take all your phones. Yeah, we're telling everyone we gotta go.
I don't feel like I gotta go back. You know what I'm saying?